Boogie, drop that beat.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Talking Out Loud with Miss Talkative. Everything I say is my own opinion, alleged, and strictly entertainment purposes. Remember, I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe. Comment on the video, let me know what you think. Last week when Real Housewives of Atlanta aired, there was so much support for Kenya. So much support for Kenya. We already knew what Kenya had did a year ago regarding releasing those pics of Britt. We already knew it. We already knew that she had been reprimanded, sat down by Bravo. All of that. So when the episode aired, I don't know how so many people can say that Kenya deserved to, everything that she had it coming. How can somebody have it coming when, I don't care how you look at the situation, you cannot reprimand Kenya without reprimanding Britt, in my opinion. You cannot start in the middle of the altercation and say, we only see it from here. When the altercation started on the night of, well, if you really want to know, we're going to skip past Britt coming for Kenya every scene, because this is reality TV and we know they got to have some type of drama. But if truth be told, Britt started this whole mess. Had Bravo dealt with Britt and reprimanded her, set her down, gave her timeout, did whatever they needed to do to rectify the situation, make sure Kenya was okay, and make sure that Kenya was willing to continue filming with this lady, Bravo did not do their job. They did not do their job. When these kids, and I'm a give an example, you have little kids, you have school-age kids, and they in school, they have an altercation with someone, and somebody breaks out and says during the altercation that they have a weapon or they have a pistol and a whip. A few things are going to happen. Everybody, the principal and everybody is going to get involved. The police is going to be called. The parents are going to be called. That regardless if they see the weapon on that person or not, that child's locker is going to be searched. Everything. They're going to have so many protocols to follow, regardless if they've seen the weapon or not. Somebody was threatened by somebody that says they had a weapon. It doesn't matter if they seen it or not. When you're on your job, you have an altercation with someone, and someone threatens you, saying that they have a weapon, a pistol, a whip, any type of weapon, and your supervisor or human resources don't step in, there are going to be plenty of heads rolling. Don't let your supervisor step in. They're going to be stepping out of a job. Don't let some type of investigation, full investigation, come about if you were threatened on your job. Bravo is no different. Real Housewives of Atlanta is no different. I understand that it's TV, but it's also a job. These people get paid to be there, regardless if they have to keep up drama or whatever they're being paid to do. There's still boundaries that you should not cross. Britt threatened Kenya, and I don't care who say they didn't hear it. I don't care who tried to dismiss it as it was nothing because they never seen one. The issue is that she said she had one. We didn't see anybody check her car, her man, anybody that was with them. And for Bravo to say that they did an investigation, what type of investigation did they complete? It couldn't have been a thorough investigation. And Britt is still able to film and be a part of the Real Housewives of Atlanta season. What type of investigation did they do? What did they do? Just talk to her and let her know that that she was wrong, so she can tell her that she needs to apologize, soften her up, so when she was able to meet with Shamea, Kelly, and Angela, she won't be on left field arguing with them. She will just accept it and give her little false apology, saying what she never meant to happen. It doesn't matter what she meant to happen, because it did happen. She threatened Kenya. And for Cynthia to say that Britt made a mistake, that's not a mistake. A mistake is something that you may say once and you correct yourself. Britt never corrected herself. In fact, she said it multiple times of the weapons that she had. So how is that a mistake when she would have corrected herself right then and there? This lady got off scot-free, and Kenya got all the blame put on her. I still stand by my point of Kenya was not protected by Bravo. Bravo failed Kenya in every way possible. Just because Britt used words, it does not make it okay. A threat is a threat is a threat, and it should have been taken as such. It does not matter what they perceived it to be. If Kenya perceived it to be a threat, then it's a threat. It was directed at her. And just because they want to keep Britt and pacify her, that's their problem. And I believe that they are sending Cynthia on this press journey. They're sending Cynthia on this press tour to take the heat off of Bravo by throwing Kenya under the bus, saying this is the worst thing that has ever happened on Real Housewives of Atlanta, so everybody can be putting all the blame on Kenya, when had Bravo did their job in the first place, it would have never gotten to that point, because Kenya wouldn't have had a reason to go out in left field. And again, I'm not excusing what Kenya did. Kenya did what she did out of retaliation, out of anger, out of hurt. And I get it. I don't agree with her methods, but I understand. And for another lady to talk about her having whips and stuff, that's messed up for Bravo. And they probably, because they've never been through anything, or they can't imagine what our ancestors went through, being having whips thrown across their backs, or with all them marks and stuff all on them, still having to work. Portia saying she don't she didn't hear it. It doesn't matter if she heard it or not. It was recorded. I wonder, did Bravo do their investigation after Kenya held her event? And they didn't do an investigation on Britt at all. They only did an investigation on Kenya and released Kenya. They failed Kenya, and I hope that they're not trying to blackball Kenya. I heard the podcast of Andy Cohen, and it wasn't funny. And it seems to me that they are one-sided. Instead of Andy staying neutral, he's putting himself right smack dab in the middle, as if their mind was already made up. When I read that post of Kenya's yesterday, I was like, I hope this is not her exit thank yous. And it seemed like it actually was. And I hate that, because Kenya, it's like, I just feel bad for Kenya. I really feel bad for Kenya, because regardless of what, she's had no protection, and she said she asked for protection. And for Bravo, Andy, and their whole Get Along gang, all the ladies that's dismissing what Britt did because they're trying to make sure they keep a spot on the show, and they're all up under taking sides. Cynthia won't shut up, going from interview to interview, throwing Kenya under the bus. And I know people probably feel as though, well, if her own friend feel as though she's wrong, she gotta be wrong. No, they need to have justice for Kenya. I hope I don't want Kenya to wind up getting blackballed. That's why I'm like, should she sue, or should she just move on? But the thing is that they're trying to ruin her character and her reputation by trying to throw out that she used revenge porn, and I feel as though that is so unacceptable. I don't know, but Bravo is not doing right by Kenya. As many years as she's been there, brought in ratings for them, for somebody that just got there 5 seconds ago, that the people not even feeling, that they don't even know if she's going to even return next year. Not saying that because they are, not saying because they're trying to let her go, but anything could happen. She may just decide not to sign her contract or to renew her contract. But they discard Kenya for a Brit? That's a heck no. I hope Bravo, Andy, and all of them fall flat on their face for this one. That's just my opinion. I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe. Comment on the video. Let me know what you think.